Hello everyone, this is Road to Retire. I'm going to be going over Remotasks as a side hustle. I've been doing it for a couple weeks now, and when I say I've been doing it for a couple weeks, I mean this is the only thing that I have focused on in terms of side hustle grinding. So I'm going to give you my experience with Remotasks. Would I recommend it? What are my current earnings? How much can you earn? How much can you realistically expect to earn? So let's not delay, let's get right into it. So without getting too much into the nitty gritty of what you're going to be doing on Remotasks, just because I don't know if that's a violation of any disclosure agreements that you're not supposed to really talk about what you're doing. But just to give a general overview so you know what you're going to get into when you start this, is I found that a lot of the tasks are related to writing from sources that you find on the internet. So it's like you would give an imaginary question like, oh, how are shirts made in the United States and what's the average selling price? And then you could go out and you can find a URL that supports this, something that's not Wikipedia based, and basically answer the question yourself and make sure that it's grammatically correct, everything is spelled correct. Make sure you're giving quality questions and quality answers. So it's almost like you're kind of making your own chatbot questions and answers. I don't know exactly what it's for, but that's the basis of what you're doing. So it's a lot of typing. You're going to be finding URLs on the internet, and you're going to be basically writing little essays. At least that's when you first get onto Remotasks. You're going to be writing these little paragraphs based on the questions that you ask it. They'll give you a general topic, like say it was shirts. And they say, okay, so basically give me historical information about shirts, or you can be creative and you can ask your own type of questions about shirts. You look it up, you find a reliable website that's not Wikipedia or anything encyclopedia or dictionary based. And then you kind of ask a question, fill it out yourself with the answer using the URL provided. So in my first week, that's all I was doing. Now, eventually, I got to the point where my work was very good. It was recognized by Remotasks that my work was good, and they made me a reviewer. So instead of me going out, making the questions, finding these websites to find the information from, and then typing in the short summary, I am now taking those responses, I am reviewing them for accuracy based on the URL. I'm making sure that the punctuation in the answer is correct. I'm making sure the formatting is correct if you made a list. I'm making sure the question is coherent, making sure there's not run-on sentences, making sure that it's consistent in terms of using numbers versus using letters, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. Basically, it's like you're editing little papers done by everyone who's working on the website. That's if you do a good job. They promote you to reviewer, and then they grade you from there. They also review your review task to make sure that you're not just hitting approve to everything, and then you get low pay, and then they probably demote you. I don't know. I hope to never get to that point. But basically, a lot of this is you're going to be doing a lot of reading, whether you are a reviewer or you're starting out and just doing the transcription task and the question formation and that sort of thing. So you're going to be doing a lot of reading. You're going to be doing a lot of typing, because in these questions where you formulate the question and then you give the URL and give your answer, you cannot just copy and paste from the website. The Remotasks does not allow you to paste into the text box unless it's for the URL, which in my opinion is very smart, because they don't want you to just rip things directly from the internet and just paste it. They want to write it in your own words so that, it's like a human talking to you in the response, not just a generated response that you would expect from a chatbot or something from an internet site that's just copy paste. They want it to be as personable as possible with these questions and answers. So I completely understand them not wanting to use the paste functionality in their website. So just keep in mind, it's not just as easy as going to the URL and copy and pasting the first paragraph and then just hitting submit. Okay, I'm done. Next one. First of all, even if you could do that, you'll get very low payouts, because they'll look at your work and say this is clearly, not your own work. And then second of all, you can't do it anyway. So it's just not worth it. So if you don't mind typing, this is probably something that's better if you have 2 monitors at your disposal, or if you don't mind working in split screen if you have a big monitor. However, 2 monitors would be preferred for this. That way you can have your URL that you are pulling from on one screen, and then you can type out your answer on the other screen using that as a reference source. That's going to be your best thing. So let's get into the real reason why everyone was watching this video. Is it worth your time? How much have I personally made in just 2 weeks of doing Remotasks? Well, let's not delay. Let's get right into it. All right, so here is what everyone is probably wanting to see when they come to a YouTube video like this. How much have I earned in a certain amount of time? So I started this on March 9th. That's when I was accepted onto the platform, joined their Slack group. March 9th is when I started this. So it's only been 10 full days since I started working. And you can see on the screen here on the left side, the Your Pay. I've done pretty well. So $93.71 down here, $93.71. That's what I was paid out last Wednesday. They do payments once a week. So that was my first payout, $93.71, pending $189.95, meaning that if I were to not do any more work for the rest of the week up until, I believe the cutoff is Tuesday. It's either Monday night or Tuesday night is the cutoff for your weekly paycheck. That's what I would be receiving on the next time. So if we just whip out the calculator right here, $189.95 plus $93.71, I've made a grand total of $283.66 on this website in a matter of 10 full days. Now, let it be known that when I get on something like this, the first month that I do a side hustle that's brand new to me, I'm going all out and I am making sure, well, it's just for me to validate the website. Is it worth my time in the future? Should I continue to invest in this website? Do I see it being fruitful? And the answer to this is a resounding yes. I mean, for just 10 days of work and I'm already, well above $250. I mean, that's awesome. To put it into perspective, I've been doing Amazon Mechanical Turk for 7 years. And over those 7 years, now I've only taken it seriously the past 2.5 years, but nonetheless, I've been on the platform 7 years. I'm at $7,800 in Mechanical Turk over the course of 7 years. I'm above $250 in just 2 weeks on this website. I am going to shatter my Mechanical Turk record if this pace continues. Now that's a big if, okay? I want to make that very clear. I've only been doing this website for 10 full days. So I have no idea if the work is going to dry up. I have no idea if the entire project could shut down. I have no idea. So that's all unknown. However, based on these numbers alone, is well worth it. Now, I have to say, so one of the nice things about Remotasks that is making these numbers look a little bit better than they are, well, I shouldn't say that. One of the nice things is that they usually do daily bonuses. So when you first start out and do the task that I was describing earlier, where you create the question, you create the answer, and you provide the URL where you're getting your answers from, if you do a certain amount of tasks a day, it's usually 17 when you first start out, they give you a $15 bonus. So the website likes to claim that you can make $15 an hour, and I find that it is definitely justified. You can definitely make $15 an hour if you focus strictly on this website and you're able to use dual monitors in order to pull from the resource, since you can't copy and paste, and make sure you're doing the task correctly. If you get the bonus of $15, you can make over $15 an hour. So I think by the website saying $15 an hour, I think that's a very honest assessment of the website. I think that's a good bar to go off of. So I personally have found that I am making well over $15 an hour, but I'm also a reviewer at this point. I'm no longer the tasker, so reviews take a little bit less time usually, unless I get really bad ones handed my way. But $15 an hour, I can be making a little bit more. That depends on if I'm just strictly focusing on this website. But for me, yes, this website, Remotasks, is absolutely worth it. So another cool thing is that they have a referral system. And no, I did not make this video just to blur out my referral link, because you still need to do stuff in order for me to see any money anyway. But the referral link is down below in the description or in the pinned comment, whatever one I make it. But if you sign up using my link, if you make $120, you get $20, I get $20, so you'll be benefiting me and the channel. But as you can see, I've only been working since March 9th, and I'm already above $250. Like, reaching that $120 threshold was nothing for me. Now, you still got to do work. This isn't just like an easy peasy, make money on the fly. You have to do quality answers. They check your work. They make sure you're not just, incoherent. They make sure you're fluent in English. They make sure your grammar is correct. They make sure that you're not just leaving spelling errors all over the place. And even if you were to get by the first couple tasks doing it really poorly, it'll come to the reviewers of the site, someone like me, and then I could rip it to shreds, give you one out of 5 or 2 out of 5 stars. And then, the administrators of the site will see that, and they'll go back to who did the original work. And then they could kick you off the site if it's really poor, or they could reprimand you, start paying you lower. You get the idea. They're looking for quality work. So here's just 2 more things that are really good about Remotasks. One, you're looking at it right now. They have a Slack community page. If you ever use Microsoft Teams or Skype, it's sort of like that, kind of like a Discord and a Microsoft Teams combined. I've never used Slack until I used Remotasks, but their admins are very active. If you type out questions directly to them, they are very good at responding to you. They are very good at addressing your needs. They're not just some, company third party outsourcing it to India saying like, oh, I don't know, restart the computer or something like that. They are very good at acknowledging directly what you need. I have worked with them. I've gotten direct messages from them. I've worked with them just doing community questions. They're very good. So if you're looking for support for your side hustles, something that Amazon Mechanical Turk greatly lacks, their customer support's almost non-existent for their website. I don't even know if Amazon knows it exists, but Remotasks is great. The other thing that I like about Remotasks is that, the tasks that I described early on in the video, the ones that I do, so, I did them and then I started reviewing them, that's only one part of Remotasks. It's called the Nightingale Project. I am currently only on the Nightingale Project. Now, reading other community notes in Slack, it shows that Remotasks has a lot it can offer you. And I know, and I'm going to be doing this tonight after I finish recording this video, is that if you upload your resume to the site and you tell them all of your expertise, there's many other jobs that you can get. So Remotasks isn't just a type it out website where you're making your own chatbot questions. There's a ton of work that you can be doing on this site. So there's a lot of potential. That being said, I've only been on it for 2 weeks. I love what I'm seeing so far, but who knows how long it's going to be effective in the future. And I will definitely update you if anything that I see, if the site goes downhill really fast or something, I'll be sure to keep you updated. But right now, I'm going to keep doing this side hustle as long as I possibly can and as often as I possibly can. So in conclusion, I would say Remotasks is a fantastic side hustle if you don't ever want to leave your house, if you hate talking to people like I do. It's great. If you're looking for an alternative to Amazon Mechanical Turk, I highly recommend Remotasks. As long as you are fluent in English and you don't mind doing a bunch of typing or a bunch of grammatical and spelling and English reviewing, at least for the project that I have on Remotasks, it's a great site. The support's great. For me, doing it as a side hustle, the payment is great. Now, if you do this full time, I'm not so sure that you'll be happy with this site. But if you're strictly looking at this as side hustle or beer money, whatever you want to call it, I think it's a fantastic site. It's honestly one of the best that I have worked on personally. The only thing right now that I've been working on that tops this really is eBay selling, but you do have to go out and do work outside of your house. So if you just have a Wi-Fi connection and you don't want to leave the house, I think Remotasks is awesome. Highly recommend you do it. Again, down below there is a referral link, and all the referral link does is when you sign up, if you earn $120, you will get an extra $20 bonus. I will get an extra $20 bonus. You'll be helping me out. And hey, who doesn't like free money? I mean, that's what, an extra like 20-ish%, almost 20% once you get to 120. So Hope you enjoyed this review of Remotask. I recommend it. Let me know in the comments if you've had any negative experiences with Remotask. I just found out about it this month in March of 2023. I wish I found out about it earlier. I don't even know if it's been around that long, but yeah, that's my review of it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see everyone in the next video.